Now, Michelle Obama, if you know her background, working class father, maintenance man. Okay, south side of Chicago, saw it all. Poverty, dysfunction, and she's hung up on the generational wealth aspect of America, which is minuscule. Many of us inherited anything that puts us into the wealthy category. Less than 1%. But you hung up on that. All right? No, Kamala's a working person. I don't know whether Kamala, I think she is a child of educated parents who had a middle-class upbringing, like many of us did. But was she deprived? No, she wasn't deprived. So I don't know how you make the linkage to Kamala is going to be the champion of the poor. I don't know how you make that linkage. But anyway, we expect that. But the most important speech last night was from our pal, Bernie Sanders. Go.
The oligarchs tell us we shouldn't take on price gouging. We shouldn't expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and vision. And we shouldn't increase Social Security benefits for struggling seniors.
The oligarchs. Oh. Now, in the past, I took Sanders at his word that he was a democratic socialist. I no longer believe that. Bernie Sanders is a communist. That's what he is. The difference is that Bernie Sanders wants the government in Washington to control every aspect of our lives, from economy to social, everything. In order to do that, you have to take private property to fund it. Already, the Democratic platform calls for an increase of $2 trillion in yearly spending. Already. And we've got record spending now. You cannot continue to run that kind of an operation unless you take private property away from people. That means taxing unrealized gains, for example. So if you bought your house at $400,000 and now the real estate people say it's worth $600,000, you have to pay a tax, even though you don't want to sell your house. Same thing on stocks. That's where Bernie Sanders and the Democratic Party are going. Now, the Democratic Party itself, that's not communist, all right? They don't understand what's happening here. But Sanders is a hardcore communist. And I'll point out again that he honeymooned in Moscow. Know anybody else who did that? While it was the Soviet Union. You know anybody else on this planet, outside of Russian people, who honeymooned in Moscow? I've always suspected it. Now I know it. And who is like this with Bernie Sanders? That would be Vice President Harris, co-sponsored his proposed federal takeover of the health system. All right? His bill didn't get to the floor, Sanders, but if it had and it passed, which even today I don't think it would, all private insurance in this country would be wiped out, health insurance. The government would run everything. Is that what you really want? Do you really want to be dependent on a federal government in Washington that's playing the equity game and everything else? Is that what you want? Because that's what Bernie Sanders is. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.